The world is in a pretty dangerous place right now, ecologically, militarily, economically, politically. We are off script and we don't know what to expect, which is a moment when societies are pretty vulnerable. So it's more important than ever to gather, come together, tell each other stories that help us orient ourselves in time and space and history, because we need to keep our wits about us in this moment.
I think that our countries like Australia and Canada really rest on a myth of benevolence. We paint ourselves to be champions of human rights, while at home we're actively marginalizing the people that lack basic access to resources.
What we've got is an environment in which we're almost licensing racist comments, intolerance, a lack of humanity. We're politically almost licensing this.
The current system has been based on the lack of capacity to really bring equity to all humans, and so many people are being left behind, and people are losing their spirituality and their connectivity to the land and the resources and the dynamics about how to keep things in the balance.
It's not enough to just have an absence of war. We need equality, we need everybody's voices to be heard.
The Sydney Peace Foundation, through the Sydney Peace Prize, aims to create peace with justice. The focus is giving people an opportunity to respect one another, and from there good things can happen, and they do.
Peace with justice means really at least a trinity of ideas about universal human rights, about the language and practice of nonviolence, and about the vision of a common humanity. You mix those ingredients together and you finish up with peace with justice.
So the City of Sydney and the University of Sydney are two main pillars of support. The University of Sydney gives us an office that we can work from, and the City of Sydney has generously given us a community grant for the past years. The Lord Mayor as well is one of our patrons, and we're so incredibly happy to have her on board. Their support is what keeps us going.
The whole movement of the Peace Prize has been really important, and the prize has brought out sometimes quite controversial but really important, significant figures who've played a role in working for peace. And the city community supported that, and I'm proud of that.
Our Sydney Peace Prize recipients start incredibly important conversations, and unless we organise around these conversations and alternatives, we're not going to make change.
We need to now be the generation that makes the movement, makes the change within our world.
Together we can push forward an idea. We can make our voices heard and make those in power change their ways to peace and justice.
It's good to live in harmony, so we can feel like a whole big family even though we're from different backgrounds, and that's what makes our world better and more colourful, more bright and more peaceful.
We all have our lane in this movement. If you don't know what yours is, find a local organisation that you feel inspired by and just get involved.